SRV Associations is many things to its members and to those who find us. We are a Sangha, a community of spiritual aspirants whose goal is direct, personal experience of our true self, called Atman and Brahman in Sanskrit. To spiritual practitioners, SRV is an ashram where the methods are taught and practiced to purify the mind so that it can no longer hide our ever-pure self within. To wisdom seekers, we offer a spiritual university where the diverse and profound philosophical systems of India are deeply taught and authentically transmitted by our teacher, Babaji Bob Kindler. To the devotees of God, SRV is a temple where they can worship God with form, the Blessed Lord and Mother of the Universe, as embodied through our three ideals, Sri Ramakrishna, Sri Sharada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, and the other divine incarnations and great beings of other traditions. To the general public, SRV is a publisher of spiritual books and the Advaitic journal, Nectar of Non-Dual Truth. To men and women in prison, SRV is a spiritual resource and support as they work through the challenges of karma and incarceration. For teens and young adults, SRV is a source of radical teachings on the nature of reality and consciousness. It is a place to receive the teachings, experiences, and collective support of holy company, Guru, Dharma, and Sangha.
Vedanta has been an immense help in my life. I don't know, it's something that I hold dear to me in that, there's so many things that I don't have to fear because I know that I have some little glimmering of knowledge of my true self. I think it's so innate to us. It's like finding something that you've lost for a really long time. I honestly think it's sort of true to everyone. And it's like discovering your true nature, and then you really see how it all unfolds, and it's all back there. You're just bringing it forth.
One day about 2 years ago now, I opened my laptop and went to YouTube and found there are rather remarkable and extraordinary men. Never in my life had I ever seen someone that could sing so beautifully about God, talk about God, and teach other humans about Him in such a dedicated and complete fashion. This man, of course, was Babaji Bob Kindler, who I now am so fortunate to call my teacher. I quickly contacted him through email after that and soon received welcoming and loving replies to my questions. One of the things that I have always been impressed with concerning SRV is the mature and sincere spirit towards spiritual life and life in general. And in a world where ever so little is known about truth and its relevance to the human existence, SRV is a safe haven for growing minds under legitimate mentoring in a safe and fulfilling environment.
I think it's been very much instilled in my life to follow the spiritual path and to realize God in this very life.
Swamiji, that's all he preaches, is that strength. And Voice of Freedom was the first thing I really got into, the first book I ever got into, and he taught a lot about that, of controlling your mind, controlling your thoughts. Once you know something, you can control it. And studying my environment, studying my mind, gave me the ability to control that. And once I had to control my mind, I can control my environment.
The most meaningful thing that SRV does for me is the classes and the retreats, because you have the opportunity to take a break from your day-to-day life and kind of saturate yourself in these teachings. What I found with this is it's generally shown almost like a flashlight on my thinking process of the ability to become aware of what the basis of one's thinking is, and to compare that with the seers of India or the teachings of Buddhism, other paths. And so by having that that guiding principle, coupled with the psychology that goes along with it, it's really allowed me to be my own best helper in a lot of sense, after, of course, taking some time with the teacher to gain a more correct view.
There's some kind of light coming through, that light of understanding of we are birthless, deathless, and these aren't just philosophical concepts anymore. We're really becoming grounded in everyday experience, and it's a constant unfolding. And as the teachings are endlessly sophisticated and broad and grand, and the more and more we can saturate our minds in it, the more and more I saturate my mind in it, the more wonderful it gets, and it's just a continual journey.
Each year, SRV Associations needs to raise $80,000. These funds operate our teaching centers, maintain technology for video broadcasting, updating our website, and publishing. They also provide retreat scholarships to those who need them, and ensure our prison ministry, and that we continue to publish our Journal of Universal Philosophical and Religious Teachings. So far, in 2018, we have received $63,000 in pledges and donations. $17,000 is still needed to fulfill our mission for the year. If you appreciate the service and mission of SRV Associations, please give generously. Your donations are tax deductible and can be given monthly, quarterly, or all at once. And just think, by helping others to realize God, we too realize God.